dear family, brothers and sisters of Africa here on the continent, and to you who are in the diaspora, there's something that is going on in the continent of Africa that will lead to the sanctions to the African Union. We know for a long time America has sponsored and funding many projects of African Union, but recently Israel has decided to recognize Somaliland as a free nation in the continent of Africa, while African Union opposed to recognize Somaliland as a free nation. When we talk about unity of this continent, these coward leaders and puppet leaders, they thought we Africans who are sometimes talking about unity of this continent, they thought maybe we are insulting them. But today they are going to face sanctions from the United States of America. They are going to face sanctions from Israel. You know, when you talk about Israel, you talk about United Nations, you talk about America. All of that we have witnessed recently. All judges that stands against Israel in the ICJ court faced the sanctions from the United States of America. So even African Union to oppose Israel will face sanctions. We know very well that African Union is a member of G20. Already South Africa has been suspended automatically from the G20 summit in Miami in the United States of America. So if African Union will continue to oppose the Israel decisions to recognize Somaliland as a free nation, as a sovereign state, the African Union will be no longer invited to the G20 in Miami, United States of America. So we know very well that African Union for a long time has been sponsored by the Western power, especially the United States of America has sponsored and funded a lot of projects run by African Union. So if African Union continue to oppose Israel's decision of recognizing Somaliland, they will face consequences, they will face sanctions from Israel itself as well as from the United States of America. You know, one thing that Jews have succeeded is unity. Jews are so united, strict like glues. So if we think Trump will go against Israel, we are lying ourselves. So African Union must be prepared for sanctions if we continue to oppose the decisions of Israel of recognizing the Somaliland as a free nation. Let us look the effect. If Israel has recognized Somaliland as a free nation, it means Israel will cooperate with Somaliland. So in the near future, we will find ourselves that Israel are going to send some equipment, military equipment, and troops to Somaliland. So with the African Union, the current African Union that are so weak, can African Union compete with Israel? Can African Union compete with the United States of America? You know, when you talk about America or you talk about Israel, you're talking about America. Because what Israel is saying will be agreed by the United States of America. So are we ready to oppose US? Are we ready to oppose Israel? When we told African Union leaders that please come together, unite with Captain Ibrahim Traore, they thought maybe we are insulting them. Today they are going to face consequences. Already Israel has recognized the United States of America. What will happen, brothers and sisters? So it is terrible. It's you know, sometimes I'm laughing because what is happening and what will happen, it is. So family, brothers and sisters, African Union is at a crossroad. And I'm very happy because We tried our best to tell African Union, please join Traore, join Assimi Goita, join Abdulrahman. They didn't listen to us. They thought we are insulting them. Now they are going to face consequences. I'm not sure that if United States of America, Israel, we stood up and support Somaliland, African Union has a power to oppose. African Union must understand has no army, has no territory. African Union is a weak organization. And that's why Israel, it's very easy for them to recognize Somaliland. So we'll lament, will come to social media, this mainstream media, and lamenting, but nothing will change. Nothing will change because these Americans, these Israelis, they know what they want. They want to divide this continent so that we Africans cannot come together. This African Union, have been saying many times, is a weak organization, is an organization of brothers, cowards that cannot decide for the future of this continent. I've seen Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is a joking country. Nigeria is condemning Israel. Nigeria, you have a power to oppose Israel. You, Nigeria, whom you allowed the United States of America to drop bombs to your territory, have you a power to stop Israel from recognizing Somaliland? I have no good words to explain this and to explain my feeling. But let me tell you, Nigeria, we are calling it a giant of Africa. But let me tell you, brothers and sisters, Nigeria is a giant of coward, and Tinubu is a giant of cowards and fools. We cannot have a giant of Africa that can allow other countries to come and bomb to its territory. How can you become a giant while you cannot fight for peace of your people? You depend on the US and you call yourself a giant. You're a giant of cowards, you're a giant of fools. Nigeria was so great. Nigeria was a powerful country before, but under the leadership of Tinubu, Nigeria is a giant of cowards, is a giant of fools. And that's why Captain Ibrahim Traore has taught a lesson to Nigeria. You know, when Traore told Nigeria, your plane has violated our airspace, please go down. Some people said, you know, there's some technical issues in Nigerian plane. No, we know very well that right now Nigeria is a weak country. And now US is using Nigeria because of weakness of Nigeria. The weakness of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, US is using Nigeria. So to those who thought Nigeria is a giant of Africa, please give those notions out of your mind. Nigeria is no longer a giant of Africa. It's a giant of cowards. If you talk about cowards, you are a giant of cowards and giants of fools. Because you cannot let other nations far away from America to come and bomb your people. You know, one thing that shocked me is when I heard that America hides civilians in Nigeria. They hide out of target. Those areas that was heightened by America is not the area where terrorists are existing or existed. So, but Nigeria lied to us. They provide intelligence. What kind of intelligence you, Nigeria, you provided to the United States of America? I'm sure Tinubu was sleeping when Trump provided permission for U.S. Army to drop bombs in Sokoto, in Nigeria. So, brothers and sisters, I don't have good words. I'm sorry if I'm providing bad words to you, but let me tell you, if we don't unite behind Traore, if we don't unite behind Chan, we who are below 40, everyone who are below 40, and those who are above fought and have a goodwill to this continent, we have to unite under President Traore. But to continue supporting these cowards, continue supporting these puppets, we are taking this continent into the graveyard. We are taking this continent into the graveyard. We have leaders who are cowards. We have leaders who are puppets, who have been working for a long time for these imperialists. So Nigeria has lied to us, and so Nigeria is trying to condemn Israel for recognizing Somaliland. So family, brothers and sisters, there's no way we can stop Israel from recognizing the Somaliland. One thing that you have to understand, already Israel has provided air defense system to Kenya. So if we think Kenya will oppose Israel, we are lying ourselves. Kenya is joining with Israel. You know, these people, they look very far. They think ahead of us. We Africans, because of our weakness, we don't think about tomorrow, we don't think about our future. We think today. And we have leaders who don't think about next generation. That's why sometimes these people surpass us. So family, brothers, if you have something to share with us, please do so through the comment section. But all we have to recognize that Israel, America has recognized the Somaliland as a free and sovereign state. So if African Union will continue to oppose, they will face consequences and even sanctions from the United States of America as well as from Israel. So let's not speak for too long. You know, sometimes I'm laughing because I see the future. You know, even fools become old. We think that fools can maybe become only child or young. Even fools become old. So we have old who are fools, and we have those who claim they are leaders, but they are fools. So I'm not insulting anyone. I'm expressing myself and my views from what I see in this continent of Africa. So as young people, our only salvation is to come together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. Have a nice time. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.